So hello all, let's today we will start with groups. Okay, this is also under set theory and algebra, so we are doing set theory and algebra for quite a lot of time. So I hope you have watched till lattice or you have knowledge. Anyways, we will continue with groups. So this is not group, okay, so this is under groups. We will do this, but let's see take one of your questions first, because I have been asked since yesterday night to today morning. I only 5 people asked same questions. Okay, so from various LinkedIn, WhatsApp, anywhere, mail. So mail I haven't got, but LinkedIn and this WhatsApp messages I got about how to do deal with placements and this GATE preparation. Okay, so maybe placement season is coming, and we all tend to get stressed about all this. So see, my case was I didn't prepare GATE alongside my placement whenever I was in college. Okay, so my whole journey I have told you, so you can watch that. So I didn't do it, but anyways I can tell you that if you are preparing for GATE, so GATE has got aptitude. Okay, so let me take red color pen. So GATE has aptitude, 15 marks aptitude, general aptitude you have to do in GATE. So this is containing 15 marks. Anyway, you are preparing for this, and other subjects, since you are preparing for GATE, obviously your all the subjects is which your knowledge is very well tested there. So you can you have command over this technical subjects. Okay, so when you are preparing for GATE, these two are already done in your GATE only. So other thing is that if any company is asking for coding exams, and also you can ask your immediate seniors what companies are coming to your college. I am talking about mainly BTech from private colleges. Okay, so IITs I don't know, but you can ask your immediate seniors. Okay, so if you ask me, see, I was in TCS. Okay, so in our case TCS, I will tell you my experiences. 2 companies I have I took I set for placement. First in Johnson Controls I was rejected, and second TCS I was selected. So I'll tell you. So the first thing is TCS, in my time TCS didn't have this Ninja Digital. Okay, so I cannot tell you about this, how this process has changed over the time, but I'll tell you my experience. So in first was Johnson Controls. Okay, so first was Johnson Controls. They had obviously they had this screening test, aptitude test. Okay, so I cleared that. So the next was this interview. So my life's first interview was Johnson Controls. So I really messed the interview up because I was so stressed and everything. I remember when we had to go somewhere else. I don't IIHM of somewhere here. I not in college. We had to go to somewhere else. So I went there. My friends were there with me, but you know, I was literally it was stressed because it was the life's first interview I was taking. So I was having this first interview. So anyways, my mother is watching TV. 1 second. So anyways, so that's why I am telling you this, why you should not be stressed. Okay, this is what I learned from Johnson Controls and applied in TCS. Okay, so we were sitting, not many people were there selected, so we were very few people were sitting there, so carrying this resumes, and also I'm not terrifying you. Okay, so I'm just telling you my scenario, what I did and why I missed the interview. So they asked very basic questions. Okay, Java basic questions they asked. I will tell you some like OOPS concept. I don't remember exactly what questions they asked, but the questions were direct and very easy, pretty easy, not like some hi-fi thing. So even from BTech college without GATE preparation, I can, if I am telling you this, but back then I didn't prepare for GATE, so I had no knowledge about all these subjects. Only algorithm I will say that I had knowledge, proper knowledge. But not other subjects. So Java they asked, I remember they asked some OOPS concept. So I think I started with polymorphism or inheritance, I don't remember exactly, but I was literally fumbling, and whatever I was saying, the words were like scattered. I remember this because I could not say, my legs were shaking and all, because the interviewer was very good. He tried to calm me down, but I understood that I really messed it up. And anyways, so one girl from our department, she got another guy. They are working. The guy is working, still working, and he is in Dubai. So the thing I wanted to tell you, please don't mess it up, okay? Because of fear or anxiety or anything, because it may happen that you are first time facing interviews, it may happen. So that's why I tell you that don't this happened in Johnson Controls. I remember the questions were very easy. Even back then my communication skills was not good. I told you how I increased my communication skills, so that's also in another video I've already posted, so no one asked for it, but still I did it. So if you want to increase your communication skill, you want to be how to speak and all, so you can watch that video anyways. And so this happened in Johnson Controls. I don't want to go on and on. So next I think few days after, that was so that day only in the evening I understood that I messed it up anyways, but results came and I wasn't selected. So anyways, I was able to sit for TCS because once you are placed, you are not allowed to sit next. So in TCS again we had aptitude round. I cleared it. So next was interview. So that day interview I did not mess it up or anything I did. So my interview went on for 45 minutes. So it was very mine was really long. So when I came out of the interview, I was like, everyone was gone. So CIC people was going for interview. I am from IT. Okay, so I don't remember the exact questions, but it was easy to moderate level. So nothing like, even if there were some questions were difficult, but they were not going to take. You are not having so much knowledge. So even if they have some technical hard questions, they will know that you don't know the thing, but they will try to know how you are approaching the question. So I did not mess it up. I really I was cool and calm that day. I really did it well. I did it well. I tried. So and some HR questions were asked, basic questions. So if you are allowed to move, what are your skills, and then my skill set and hobby. So I told my hobby is swimming. So then Olympic, who is going to swimming, and also these are some basic questions. You can obviously prepare for HR rounds, so it will not take a huge amount of your time. So I have already told you. So you see, now TCS has gone digital, and this what other it's Ninja. So I don't know about this. You can check it out. But I have told you my interview experiences. So now you can see that you don't have to stress a lot about it. Okay. So some coding round, if it is asked, then you have to see, because in GATE we are not doing coding. We have C programming, but we are not writing the huge code or something. So search it out. Okay, so you can just ask your immediate seniors how they have prepared, where their company, what kind of questions are they are asking. So you can have some suggestions from them. Okay, so now this went on for a long time. So anyways, so I thought this is a high time, because this is August. Okay, so I remember my interviews started from August end to September 1st week. It was done for me. So all the best to you. So now we will move on to groups. Okay, so groups is an algebraic structure. So this was in our 4th semester. Okay, so I remember this explicitly, because in that semester, in my whole life, once I haven't prepared anything, not anything, like I didn't prepare. So this was in 4th semester. So I have already told you, I am not like some genius. I am not at all. I am like a very, very ordinary student. But one thing, the plus point I have this, I am a really hardworking person. Okay, so in 4th semester, so should I say this? So why what happens is that everyone in their lives are like get heartbroken and everything. So this happened. So we had unit test 1 and 2. Okay, so unit test 1 I did not prepare, and I took the exam very lightly, and I thought unit test 2 I will get the good marks, and they'll take average or best out of 10. I don't remember also now. So anyways, unit test 2 I think I got some bilirubin high, and I couldn't take this exam, and so I got very, very poor marks. Okay, I remember. I'll tell you why I am telling you this, because so that you don't mess up your exam. Okay, so 7.46, this was the lowest marks I have got in my whole 8 semesters, and it may not look very low, but thing is that the highest was, I think, in IT was 9.8 or something like that. Okay, highest. So the girl who got this, she is a genius. Okay, I have known her since I think school days, more than a decade ago. So I have known her. So she's a very genius person. But even if she got, it was like IT dhamaka. Okay, so everyone got very very high marks, and I was the only one. I think 4 or 5 students only got even less than 7.5. Everyone around me got 8 points. So I felt like I hit the rock bottom, and I need to really do. Start working and get marks, because see, what conception we had is that if we don't get 8 point something, we won't be able to sit for placements. It's this, we all had this concept, but anyways, this is not true. But it's always good to have CGPA more than 8. Okay, so I maybe, I don't know, I have, see, IIT Kharagpur didn't ask for my CGPAs, but I am telling you in general, it's good to have CGPAs high. So after that I started preparing for 5th semester really well. So 5th semester I really prepared well. So in 5th semester we had algorithms. So even that was a lucky portion, was that lucky for me is that or everyone else in my class, that we got algorithm teacher, professor. She is very good, and she taught algorithm so well. So we had other subjects like OS, networking. So OS, I thought I prepared well, and when I started preparing for GATE, I found out that it is nothing which I have prepared during my BTech. Okay, but in algorithm, ma'am taught us even more than this GATE syllabus. So so because of her, I really understood algorithm properly from the very beginning. Okay, so and why I am telling you algorithm is very important. See, in our course, I am in first year, first sem IIT KGP. Okay, so we have AI as a subject. So they are starting with this algorithm. They are taking traveling cells. See, AI, I have no knowledge. I haven't prepared anything AI related to anything. My life has always been about GATE and its syllabus. So AI, I don't have knowledge, but I took AI as a subject. In this course, professors are really trying to help us, but anyways, they are starting with this traveling sense problem, BFS, DFS, and then state space and everything. So this is very new to me, but at least because I have a good grip over algorithm, I am not facing to trouble, because if I had no knowledge of algorithm properly, so now I had to do algorithms first, then I could go on and sit for this course AI. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, so that please prepare well, and you are I think I'm sure you are doing it well, but algorithm is very important. So in a gist, I have gone too far, so I hope this helps to you. Now we will move on to our this topics. Okay, so now let's start with algebraic structure. Okay, so inside group, so let's see, this is so now it's first let's see. Okay, algebraic structure, so what is it? Okay, so first thing is, let's inside group, the first property we need to see is algebraic structure. So now a non-empty set S is so we know set. Okay, so we know set, so is called an algebraic structure with respect to a binary operation. Okay, so this is not a multiplication, it can be any operation. This is a binary operation, can be anything. So if A star B, so this is, let's say this is a star, any operation, it will be defined. And so when in your exam, everything will be defined, you need not worry about all these things. So okay, I just forgot to mention this, why I have written this, because you know we will do this in mathematics, in aptitude, but it's better to know this here, because we will use this rational numbers, real numbers, integers, so it's better to know now. So anyways, so let's complete this first. If A star B belongs to S, for all A B belongs to S, that is star is closure operation on S. So if we apply this binary operation, and if it is closed under this set S, then we will call it algebraic structure. Okay, so it may look vague, but with examples we have seen, with examples it becomes really clear to you. Okay, so now first let's see this. This is like a subset, this is a set, subset like this. Okay, so it's very important to know, not mug it up, but it's important thing to know. So now first is natural numbers. Okay, natural numbers will contain 1, 2, 3, etc. It will go. but it will not contain 0. So difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is whole number will contain 0, natural number will not contain 0. So next is integer, so it can contain negative numbers also. So next is rational numbers. So difference between this is it may contain fractional numbers in rational numbers. Okay, rational numbers it may contain fractional numbers. So and real numbers is real numbers it may contain irrational numbers. So this is all about it. So just have a picture in your notebook, so that when see, I just had this picture in because it is better to have, it may be written as integers in this set. We are using integers, we are using rational numbers, so it's better to you have this structure subset kind of thing, Venn diagram, so in front of you, so that it can be easier. Okay, so now we have seen if a binary operation is closed under, see, two elements are there, and if a binary operation is there and it is closed, and so this is called algebraic structure. So thing is its closure property. Similar way we can say if it is closed or it contains the closure property. So this is it. Okay, so now let's see two examples here. So here this set is containing 1 and -1. So this is containing two sets, a set is containing two elements, 1 and -1. Let's see if it is closed under this. So this is here is multiplication. Okay, so let's say this is multiplication. So what all possible can be, it can happen. So 1 star 1, it is 1, so it is already present, 1 is already present here. So now next 1 into, I know it is visible or not anyways, so 1 -1, it is -1, so 1 into -1 is -1, so -1 is also present. Again -1 into -1 is 1, so 1 is also present. So this is closed. Okay, so this is closed, and we can say this is algebraic structure. So I hope this is your, see, just close your properties, nothing else. So now next is if a set is containing all this, so these are singleton sets A, B, and this is a trivial set. So okay, so this is not a power set, so just a set phi, and on this A, B is containing, and these are singleton sets. So now in place of this algebraic this binary operation, if we are using union, so union, if it is closed, so S is our set, this is our a binary operation is union. So if we say it is union is closed or not, so if we say phi union, let's say whatever we are taking union with phi, it will always give you that. Okay, so it is already there, so it is closed. Or you can take A union A B, so it will contain A B. So union and all, I hope you know, because we have already done this so many examples. So again this is closed. Okay, so this is closed, and this is algebraic structure. So we will see some few examples with this, and then we will go on to next. So now let's see these three examples. So now first is S equals to 1 2 3. This set is containing 1 2 3, and this is multiplication. Okay, so it will be given. Let's write it down. Multiplication. So if it is closed or not. Okay, so this is the three elements, if it is closed or not. So if we see this, if we multiply 2 into 3, this is 6. Okay, so, and 6 is not present in our set, so this is not closed, and we can say this is not algebraic structure. So this is not closed, and this is not algebraic structure. So now let's see this. Z is set of integers, set of all integers. So that's why I have taken this drawing. So not drawing, this Venn diagram, I'm sorry. Set of all integers. Okay, set of all integers is here. So integers will contain minus numbers. Okay, so difference is it will contain negative numbers. So and it is divide is there. So this is not modulus, it's actually divide. Okay, so if we divide like this, so you can just cross it out. Okay, so it may look like this. So divide, so set of all integers, anything can be there. But if we take this, okay, so 1 divide by, let's say, 3, so this is not an integer. So if we do this, this is not an integer, and this is not present in this, so not closed, sorry why I am writing tick, and not algebraic structure. Okay, so next set n is given, n and minus, so n is defined as set of all natural numbers. So natural numbers means here, so it will not contain 0 and no negative will be there, so just 1 2 3 and it will go on. So if it is closed or not, so if we do this, so let's say 1 is there, so you can see 1 and minus 2, it is containing, it is going to minus 1, and minus 1 is not present because we are doing natural numbers, and natural numbers is not containing any negative integers. So again, not closed, not algebraic structure. Okay, so I hope this is understandable. This is actually easy. Okay, we will go on to now next semi group. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Okay, so you have, if you have any doubt, you can always mail me and you can reach out to me. So next we will see semi groups. So now let's see semi group. Okay, so we have already seen algebraic structure, next is semi group. An algebraic structure is star, this is a binary operation, is called a semi group. So we have to, if we have to find semi group, we have to find out if it is algebraic structure or not. If it is algebraic structure, then we will go and see it is semi group or not. If it is not an algebraic structure, no need to see anything, it will not be a semi group. Anyways, so if A star B, this is bracket into star C, is equals to A star B star C, B star is in brackets. So this is basically checking the associativity. Okay, so we have seen this is associativity we are checking. So if it is associativity law holds, then we will say this is a semi group, or else it is not. So we have to first check it is, if it is algebraic structure or not. If it is algebraic structure, we need to check semi group. So if it is associativity holds, so then it is semi group. Let's see some examples here. So first, n plus, so n is our natural number, so natural number is this, it will not contain 0, it will contain 1 2 3. So I am just focusing here every time so that it can, you can visualize this. Okay, so here let's say this n, so algebraic structure or not, first we have to check algebraic structure or not. So if it is algebraic structure because it will contain 1 2 3 dot dot anything like this, and if it is containing all these numbers, and here if we add anything, so it will be inside our natural numbers only. We can 1 2 1 3 anything we can, if we add, and it will always be closed, it will not go beyond anything, it will not come as negative number, it will not come as fractional number. So plus is actually algebraic structure. Okay, so next is we have to see this A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C. Basically plus is associative. Okay, one second. So I don't know why I am feeling thirsty today a lot. So anyways, so plus is associative. Okay, so you can just take this and take this. So plus is actually associative. Okay, so since it is associative, we can say associative law holds, and it is semi group. Okay, so plus is you can take anywhere, plus you can take this number first, this number first, anyways it is always our associativity will hold. So next is n star. Okay, so n is natural number, here star is multiplication, it will be given, you don't have to worry about this. Okay, so this is multiplication. So this is associative or not? See, if you think that previous example 1 2 3, so this was containing only 3 numbers, 3 elements. Okay, but here we are saying that it is our natural numbers, the set is natural numbers, can go up till infinity. So you can just say this is 1 2 3 is not. So if we multiply anything like 1 to 3, it will be 3, 2 into 3, so 2 into 3, if we do multiply this, it will come as 6, and 6 will be present in our natural number. So this is associativity, algebraic structure. So associativity holds, and this is algebraic structure. Sorry, not associativity, is closed. Okay, so sorry, it is closed, and this is algebraic structure. And next is, let's say A star B, and again multiplication is also associative. Okay, we can do anyways, but division is not always. So if we do like this, we take first, and here we take this first, it will be associative. So here it is associative law holds, and this is semi group. Okay, so now next, so z minus, so what is z? Z is integer, so integers means it will contain negative numbers, so it will contain 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 anything, and it will contain negative numbers also. So here so it is first we have to check algebraic structure or not. So if it is algebraic structure, so here it is minus, so if we do minus of anything, so it will fall under this integers only, it will not go like fractions, because anything minus anything will be either minus some number or plus some number, so it will be closed. So this is algebraic structure. I hope this is understandable. So if we take minus 1 plus 1, this is 0, so it is 0, it is whole number, so integers will contain zeros. So anything, so if we take minus 1 minus 2, so minus 3, so minus 3 will be integer only because it is negative number, and fractions and irrational numbers will not come, so this is associative. So let's see here if it is, so sorry again, not associative, algebraic structure. I don't know why I am making so horrible mistakes today. So anyways, so now next is a minus b minus c, I have to check associativity. So let's put numbers as this 1 2 3 1 2 3, let's take any number. Okay, so 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and this is minus 3, this is coming as minus 4, and here this is 2 minus 3 is minus of 1, so this is 1 minus, so this is not equals actually, so 1 plus 1, this is 2, so this is not equal, so this is not equal. Okay, so this is not associative, and again this is not semi group. So if it is not associative, it will not be semi group. So I think this is done. So now next say this, so q star plus, okay, so here star is used, set of all, let me check if it is visible or not. Yes, it's visible, so I'm sorry, pardon me for this. So my father used to always say that your lines are going from Hara Shialda like this, so I cannot write in a straight line, so it's my problem. Anyways, so now moving on to this q star plus, so q star is set of all irrational numbers without 0, so without 0 all rational numbers are present. So it is, we have to first check it if it is algebraic structure or not. So first thing we have to check closure. So this is pretty easy. Okay, so if you can take any numbers, let's say this is rational number, so rational number you can take anything, fraction also you can take. So let's take minus half plus half. Okay, so it will give you 0. Okay, so this is 0, plus half minus half will give you 0, and 0 is not here. Okay, so it is given that without 0, so 0 is not present, so this is not algebraic structure because it is not closed. So no need to check semi group, because if it is not algebraic structure, it will not be a semi group. So let's see next. Okay, so now q star, this is star means we have to check if it is multiplication is closed or not. First we have to check it is algebraic structure or not, then semi group. Okay, so algebraic structure it is true. Okay, because previous problem was that 0 is not present here, but if we multiply anything with anything, it will not give you 0 unless 0 is multiplied. So 0 will not be multiplied because it is already excluding 0. So this is algebraic structure, and we have already seen that multiplication is associative, so it is semi group also. Okay, so now next is, this is power set and this is union. So first we have to check this is algebraic structure. One second. So here, sorry, my mother interrupted. So now next we have to check algebraic structure or not. This is power set and union. So power set will contain everything, so algebraic structure it will always be there because it will be closed. Okay, so power set we have already seen. Okay, let me check this. So now next we have to check if it is semi group or not. For that we have to check associativity. So in set theory we have already seen union is associative. Okay, so union is associative, so it is semi group is also true. So next is power set and intersection. Power set is as an algebraic structure because it is closed, because it is containing all the elements possible, subset possible. And intersection is again is associative. Okay, so it is semi group. So I hope this is, you have understood this. Now next we will see monoid. Okay, now let's see monoid. Okay, so for monoid we have to first check algebraic structure, then semi group, then monoid. So algebraic structure means if it is closed, semi group means if it is associative. Okay, so let's see monoid now. So a semi group S comma this binary operation is there, star, is called monoid if there exists an element E belongs to S such that A star E is equals to E star A is equals to A for all A belongs to S. So here E is called identity element. Okay, so here it is written E is called identity element. So now let's take example and let's find out. Okay, so this is natural number. So first we have to check if it is algebraic structure or not. We have already seen, anyways let's see again. So algebraic structure is not. So if it is natural numbers and plus, so plus if we are adding, so anything would be in a natural number means without containing zeros it will contain 1 2 3 and go on, so on. So it is closed actually because nothing will come as 0 and not negative numbers, because this is we are doing plus, nothing more like divide or something. Okay, so it is algebraic structure because it is closed. Okay, so next is if it is semi group means we have to check associativity. So plus I have already told you this is associative. Okay, so hence it is semi group. So now next thing we have to check this, it is monoid or not. So now for that you have to see A plus E is equals to A. Okay, so now here E we can write it as A minus A is equals to 0. So this E is coming as 0, but here E is coming as 0, but if you see we are talking about natural numbers, but natural numbers is not containing 0 here, so this is not monoid. Okay, so identity element is containing 0 which is not included in our natural number, so this is not monoid. Let's say for example we are taking, in place of plus we are taking star. Okay, where should I write? Here, let me write it here, n comma star. So you are taking n is again natural numbers and this is multiplication. So associativity will be closed because multiplication with something will not give you a 0, because it already we are using natural numbers, and if you multiply with something will give you natural numbers only, it will not go into fraction or irrational number or 0, because these numbers are not included. So this is associativity, algebraic structure, because this is closed. Next we have to see if it is semi group or not. For that we have to check if it is associative. So it is associative because multiplication is always associative, so this is semi group. Now next we have to see this is monoid or not. Monoid. Okay, so A star E is equals to A. So this A will cancel out, E is 1. So E is 1, so here it was 0 and here it is E is equals to 1. So 1 is actually a natural number because it is not 0, 1 is present in natural number. So this is containing this identity element, so this is monoid. Okay, so for it's very important here to look. So identity element when it is 0, plus is 0, and identity element when it is multiplication is 1. You can write this somewhere because we will use this a lot of times. I have already given you proof how it is coming. So next is you can just write it somewhere, so because it will be used a lot of times. Now let's see these two example. So Z plus, so Z is set of integers. Okay, let's say set of integers. So integers is this, integers is natural numbers and whole number, it is containing minus numbers also, that's why it is integers. So now Z plus, so we have to check if it is algebraic structure or not. So since Z is our integers and we are using plus, so whatever we do, it will be closed. Okay, so if we plus or multiply something, it will have negative numbers 0 plus, so it will always be associate, this it will be closed, and it is algebraic structure because we are not getting any fractions or irrational numbers. Anyway, if we have to get this, we have to divide or something, or it will contain some fractional number, but here the set is only this part, so we will not get this. Okay, so next is so this is closed. Next is semigroup. It is associative or not. Plus is already associative, I have told you many times, so this is semigroup. So next is monoid or not, we have to check. For that we have to see, say A plus E is equals to A. So here same thing, E is coming as 0. So 0, when it was natural numbers, the problem was 0 was not included here, but here our set is only integers, so 0 is included, so this is monoid. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, why this is monoid and previous one was not monoid, because previous one our set was containing natural numbers, so natural numbers is not containing 0, but here integers is containing 0, so we can say this is monoid. So now next, this is power set and this is union. So first thing we have to check if it is algebraic structure or not. So power set will anyway under union contain all the things, so power set is already containing everything, so this is algebraic structure because it is closed. And union, in previous video I have this one only, union semigroup, so this is associative, so it is semigroup. Now next we have to check monoid or not. Let's say this we are containing, say A union this E is A or not, we have to find out. So E is what? So when this can be true, so just think a bit, when this can be true. So our set is there, an element is there, we are taking union with an identity element and it can give you the same element. How can this be possible? Think. So if it is phi, okay, so if it is phi, if we are unioning anything with phi, we will get that element at the end. So here this is true. Okay, so monoid is true because phi is our element here, identity element here. So I hope you have understood this. Next is group. So now finally we are coming to groups. Okay, so group, a monoid, first we have to check if it is monoid. First algebraic structure, then this is semigroup, then monoid. After it is finding monoid, then if it is monoid we have to check it is group. So for checking group we have to check all this first. So first, if it is monoid, S and star, so star is again our binary operation, any operation with identity element E. So E is our identity element, is called a group if each element A belongs to S, there exists an element B belongs to S such that A into B is equals to B into A is equals to E. So basically B is the inverse of A and it can be written as B is actually inverse of A, is denoted as A inverse. Okay, so you are finding if it is containing inverse or not. So let's actually write it down the flow of this. First, if you have to check algebraic structure, if it is closed or not, we have to check. Then we have to check if we have to find out if it is semi group or not. We have to check associativity. Next, you have to check monoid. So for finding monoid, we have to check if it is containing identity element. So next is for finding group, we have to check if it is containing inverse. Okay, so write it down. Practice it sometime so that it can stick to your brain. Okay, so that it can be pasted on your brain. So now let's see this. Okay, so now Q, and this is binary, binary operation is taken as multiplication. So Q multiplication. So Q is set of rational numbers. So set of rational numbers means here it will contain fractions also, containing integers and everything. It will contain fractions also. First you have to check if it is algebraic structure or not. So okay, so if it is algebraic structure, we have already seen many questions. So if it is multiplied with anything, if we if it is see, we are containing only fractional numbers, integers, minus numbers, negative numbers, 0 and natural numbers 1 2 3 etc. So if we can maximum get fractional numbers, you can never get any irrational numbers, because we are not multiplying anything with irrational numbers. So this is actually closed. So next thing is we have to check associativity. So here it is multiplication, and multiplication is always associative. Okay, so this is also associativity. So now again I have already told you, so this multiplication when its identity element will be 1. Okay, so you can check it out again. So a into e is equals to a, so e is coming as 1. So monoid, it is monoid. Okay, so because it is containing this identity element. So now if you check if this inverse exists for everything, so it may be I am taking a leap here, but if we see it is containing whole number 0 also. Okay, because it is integer, so it is containing all the subsets. So zeros in inverse, it is not possible. Okay, so inverse of 0 is not possible. Let's say a is this, a inverse will be 1 by 0, but this is not possible. So this is not an integer actually. Okay, so this is not an integer, so this is not present. It's okay. So now we can say this is not group. Okay, so now next is this. So it is not containing zeros. Okay, so I just missed a step here, so I just did in a hurry. So AB is equals to 1. This is our thing. Okay, so AB is our this what it is called identity element. Sorry. So here A star B is our identity element. So if we put this A is equals to B inverse, so this we are not getting 0 as our inverse doesn't exist for 0, so that is not monoid group. So here let's check this. This is basically same, but we are excluding 0. Set of all integers, just excluding 0. So associativity is true. Sorry, algebraic structure. So algebraic structure is true, it is closed. Then sorry. So now semi-group. Semi-group, it is associative, so it is semi-group, because multiplication is associative, so it is semi-group. So now monoid or not. So A star E is equals to A, so E is coming as 1, so it is monoid. So difference with this is this, that A multiplication B is equals to 1 here. So now here B is equals to A inverse, or A is equals to B inverse, same thing, but here 0 is not present, so we will get our inverse element. Okay, so 0 is not present here, so the difference between this and this is 0 is excluded. So this is our group. All of these properties hold. So obviously all these properties hold, that's why I am checking group. Okay, so let's take another example. Let's see this power set of A and union. Okay, so firstly we have to check algebraic structure or not. So it will be closed, everything will be present in our power set, so this is closed and this is algebraic structure. Okay, so next thing we have to check associativity. So semi group or not. So union is associative, so it is semi group. Okay, so next is monoid. We have already done this. Okay, so if identity element is 5, this holds. Okay, so this is monoid. So next is we have to find out if it is group or not. So see, if A is so A is the set, so let's say X is our this element. If we are taking any in this negative A inverse, so it will never give you 5. Okay, so if you are taking union, So union x is already there, you are taking union of something, so union will give you this plus something but not this phi, so phi will never come. So here it is, this is the basic, we are taking union, so this is not possible. So this is group is not possible. So group doesn't hold, till monoid it holds. So now let's see some properties of group. Okay, so group we have already seen how it is coming. So first we have to check its algebraic structure, if it is closed. Why I am doing this again, because so that you can have a proper practice. So semi group we have to check associativity, then monoid, if it is containing inverse, and group, sorry, identity element, and if it is containing inverse. Okay, so this is our flow. Next one thing is left is abelian groups. Okay, so sorry, for this we have to do this. Okay, so now let's see, in a group G star the following properties must hold good. The identity element of G must be unique. So identity element we have seen, so if it is monoid, obviously it is an identity element. So if it is group, it is containing identity element, so it will always be unique. And next, the inverse of any element on G is unique, so it is containing inverse, so it will be unique. Next, the inverse of identity element E itself is E. So inverse of identity element E is E itself. Okay, so inverse of this identity element will be E itself. So now next is this cancellation laws will hold. So we have already seen some cancellation laws. So A star B is equals to A star C. So A can be cancelled out, so it can be B is equals to C, or it can be cancelled out from the right side. A star B is equals to A star C, sorry, is equal to B star C. So A, C and C will cancel out, it will come as A equals to B. So now A star B whole inverse, it will give you B inverse into A inverse for all A B belongs to G. Okay, so these are, so you can just take a screenshot, you can write it down. Okay, so this some rules will be used. Okay, so in some questions it may be used. So next is abelian group. Now finally let's see abelian group. So this is commutative group. So basically it is checking groups, and then if it is abelian group we need to check commutativity. So commutativity means this A star B is equals to B star A, we have to find out. So our group, so obviously it has to be group, then we will see this. G star is said to be abelian if A star B is equals to B star A. So star is means any binary operation. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you now. For all A B belongs to G. So now let's take two examples here, this one and this one. So Z plus, so Z is our set of all integers. Set of all integers is here. So minus numbers it will contain, 0 it will contain, and plus positive numbers it will contain. So now see, we have already seen this is algebraic structure because it is closed. Then plus is associative, so this is semi group, so this is associative. Then this identity element is monoid, identity element is plus, for plus it is 0, so this is identity element also contains, and group is also, because inverse is happening for everyone, so here it is a group also. So now we have to check if it is abelian group or not. So abelian group means A plus B is B plus A or not. So plus is actually commutative. Okay, so plus A plus B or B plus A, it is similar. So plus is commutative. So this is abelian group. So next, R star. So R is real numbers except 0. Real numbers means here it will contain everything, irrational numbers also it will contain. So algebraic structure or not, because it is containing everything, so it is true. Then monoid, sorry not monoid, a semi group. So star is multiplication is associative, so it is semi group. Next, this is monoid or not. For multiplication, identity element will be 1, so this is also monoid, and it is group. Inverse exists because 0 is excluded from this. So if 0 was included, then it would have been problem, it would have not been a group because 1 by 0, but here it is 0 is excluded from this, so this is basically group. So now we have to check abelian or not. Okay. One second. So now abelian, we have to check, finally we have to check abelian. So star A star B is equals to B star A or not. See, multiplication you can take any side, it will be giving you same, because multiply we are doing, see this is simple multiplication, not matrix multiplication. Okay, so like m1 m2, not like this. Okay, so this is, in this case this is not abelian because it's, see, matrix multiplication is different. If we just rotate, just take here m2 is, this is not equals to n2 into m1, so this is matrix multiplication is not abelian, but here this is simple multiplication, so this is abelian group because it is commutative. Okay, so here it is holding, but in matrix multiplication it will not hold because if we just exchange the matrices, it will give you some different results. So I hope this is this has been clear to you. We will do examples, obviously we will do examples, and then we will do gate PYQs and then functions, and then we will finally say set theory algebra is over. But it is easy. Okay, so you can just give it some time of your preparation, and we will continue with this. So see you in next video. I'll upload this video, has become pretty long, so if you have watched till now, thank you for watching. You can tell me if you have any queries or anything, you can mail me. Okay, so bye and see you in next video.